All right, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting very spicy. Very, very spicy. We killed the Wandering Emperor. Oh, this is so good. This is actually so good. Too bad it's gonna get bounced here on the end step. Feels bad, man. Please, by all means, use all your mana, because things are about to get really bad for you, my friend. And that's a good game. We should see their head explode. There we go. Oh, baby. What a game. What a game. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Last week we played a Golgari list with both Nissa and Culling Ritual, and I had so much fun that I had to revisit that deck, and let's just say we made it so much more competitive and so much better. Some might even say this deck has evolved. Now, what has it evolved into? That's the million-dollar question, and the answer to that is a Sultai Reanimator Nissa list. Sometimes, man, I do things and I'm like, dude, you are so lame. But you know what? You know what's not lame is today's list, because we are playing Sultai Reanimator, and we are playing some of the very cool cards we played in last week's list, but also some new additions that I think are going to make this go a little bit further in the competitive side of things. But before I get started with this video today and the breakdown, if you are new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, is a free way to help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So with that being said, we got a lot of games to get through. Let's talk about the list. I wanted to play Nissa again, wanted to play Culling Ritual, and I wanted to do it with a little bit more flash and flare today. So that's what we're doing. With Nissa's ability being able to -5 and bring back creatures from the graveyard, that's the thing I really wanted to focus on. Hard body karate today. So that's what we're doing. We're bringing things back from the graveyard. And so I thought, why not pair it up with another planeswalker who brings things back from the graveyard? Tamiyo, Completed Sage. We haven't played this card since the beginning of Kamigawa, and every time I seem to play it, you guys seem to love it. So thought we would revisit a Sultai list with both of these planeswalkers today, because they kind of do somewhat of the similar thing. They just both minus here, and whatever you're minusing for, you can bring things back from the graveyard. So we've also got a little bit of a spicy card here in Dollhouse of Horrors, because the things that we're going to be bringing back have some really great enter the battlefield triggers or end step triggers, and that's really all that matters if you're going to be bringing things back with the Dollhouse, because they do come back as smaller creatures, but as long as they're getting their enter the battlefield triggers or end step triggers, it's totally worth it. So with these three cards being our reanimator spells, how do we reanimate? Well, we're going to start out with some milling spells with Witherbloom Command. We're going to mill our own deck out, hopefully getting back some lands, fixing our mana issues, and all that good stuff. We've also got Old Rutstein, turn 3. So if we curve out into, Witherbloom into Old Rutstein, it is a perfect draw. And Old Rutstein will start getting us some value as well by milling some cards into our graveyard as well, hopefully hitting our creature spells. We've also got Binding the Old Gods to help us get there, as well as the Culling Ritual for some removal. Binding the Old Gods is going to allow us to ramp as well into our bigger spells, which we have a lot of. We have, Dollhouse of Horrors. We also have, a couple of Comas, a couple of Toxrills. These are going to be our big top end winners. Hopefully getting them to the yard and getting them back later with like Dollhouse or, Nissa, Tamiyo, whatever it may be. And then some other win cons, we have our Consuming Blob, which gets out of hand very fast because this thing's power and toughness are all equal, to however many different spells and sorceries, whatever we have in the graveyard. We have, sorcery spells, we have enchantments, we have creatures, we have artifacts, we have everything. So this thing's going to get very big, and it's going to keep spitting out copies of itself over and over again. So this is a great way to win the game. We've also got Gelatinous Cube and Mind Flayer to do kind of the same thing. We're just going to be clearing out the other side of the battlefield. When these enter the battlefield, they both exile, and we can steal our opponent's creatures to just go over the top and win. So very fun list. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. It was a blast playing it. I hope you guys enjoyed that silly intro, and let's get into the gameplay footage. We'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Till then, peace. All right, here we go, guys. This is going to be super fun time today, baby. We are playing some Sultai. We're playing Tamiyo again. This is a deck that I know you guys are going to love, because Tamiyo seems to do really well whenever I post a video on Tamiyo. We get to go first with a solid starting hand here. We got the Ritual, which can sweep up the board for us. Man, this is gonna be a good one, man. I just got done playing in the Degenerate Open, and we did not do very well. So I'm happy to just kind of like wash my hands of that and get into some good Old-fashioned ladder gameplay with some nonsense and some tomfoolery, you know what I'm saying? And I got the giant ox. Both of these gets, you know, destroyed by my calling ritual, so that feels pretty great. Hopefully the Redstein can start getting us some treasures here, because we need to hit lands. There we go. There we go. We got it. Alright, we will have to hit that with the binding, which maybe we'll just do that right here and now. That way I can just ramp up a little bit. Kind of a double-edged sword here, because if I play this, or double-edged sword, I mean by the lands going into the graveyard, because I need the lands, right? But I also get treasure generated from that, so that's also kind of nice. But all right, no attacks. Oh man, eyelash in my eye. That ox is pretty scary, especially if they're gonna play the plow shares or whatever that card is. All right, that makes it a 2/8. Let's see. So as long as it's enchanted permanent as creature, it gets 1/1 for each creature vehicle you control. Interesting. Blood token, that's also an interesting. Let's go here and do this, or do we want to maybe just do this and go get a land? This does guarantee us a land here, and it kills one of their creatures, so let's do that. And we can blood token something away here, because we're not going to need the blood token. Maybe we just drop the Toxrill and get it back later. Nah, we can't lose the Toxrill because we might not find our reanimation spells. All right, we're looking pretty solid right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking solid. 2 Tamiyos in the yard feels pretty bad. You know what? I think I didn't add in any Balaga recoveries. We should probably go add some of that in here just in case. Toxrill does essentially nothing against these oxes, though. I can't lie, that's pretty brutal. A 4/10. This should be really easy claps, though. I'm not gonna lie. This should be like one of the easier situations we've been in a while. We got the green, we've got the black, and the reason I'm doing this is because it eats the treasures as well. We get back all that mana. We play Nissa. Play a land. Loyalty goes up. And there's nothing in the yard to bring back right now, so let's untap a land here. Take action. All right, we're looking pretty good. I mean, we got them down to 16. They can activate their land as well, though. That land is going to be pretty bad for us because it's a flyer too, so it's hard to kill. Another ox is annoying. Maybe we should have discarded the Toxrill when we had a chance, huh? Blood token. This is also interesting as well. Let's do this. There's no creatures in the graveyard, though. That's the triggering part, is that there's just no creatures in my graveyard. Three, 6, 7. There we go. Problem solved. The Nissa takes care of that. Nissa takes care of that problem. Hopefully old Rutstein can start hitting our other creature spells, so that way we could start dollhousing some stuff in here. Maybe our mind flayer would be great. This is a fantastic looking board, though. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. These oxen are going to be very, very hard to kill because of the toughness being so high. They give me the good game, but I don't know if they're willing to quit just yet. We'll see. Loyalty just gaining on him real quick. Just Nissa just doing her thing. Oh my gosh, I apologize guys. If you're new here, I have horrible debilitating allergies. There's no point in bringing that in. They're just gonna block. It is what it is. We'll swing in though with the Toxrill. I guess there was kind of a point to bring that in because they might have to block the Toxrill here, but they don't. They let Toxrill just get through for 9 damage. Crazy. All right. Our deck's not even doing what it's supposed to be doing either. It's supposed to be putting some creatures in the yard by now so we can start reanimating some stuff, but we have not seen any creatures yet. In fact, all we've thrown away is lands and planeswalkers, which is the 2 most important things we need to have in our hand here. All right, that dies to Toxrill. And what's nice too is the Toxrill creates these slugs that we could sacrifice to draw cards, which would be really helpful. Portable hole, okay. Can't hit that. Not quite. Okay. They take my treasure. It does keep the Smith alive longer too, which makes me not able to draw a card, which is annoying. Mobilizer mech. This thing says when mobilizer mech becomes crewed, up to one of the target vehicles you control becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn. Interesting. They could have turned our portable hole into a creature, huh? Anyways, GG's. Very simple, clean first game. I like it a lot, baby. This is a good one, man. This is a good one. This is definitely a good one. I wish I would have tried this earlier when we were trying to do some Nissa stuff. Oh, this is a hard keep right here. I like this. This is good. Anytime we get Witherbloom command in the opening hand and 3 lands, it's a snap keep. No ifs, ands, or buts. Plus we have Binding the Old Gods. Super helpful. Ooh, I wish I could kill it, but I can't. So instead, we'll have to gain life. We'll have to gain a bit of life here, and we don't hit a land. Ouch. It's not the end of the world because we have plenty of land in hand, but it would have been nice to get a little extra value out of that. We get some great creatures in the yard. That's really nice, especially because we have Dollhouse. Dollhouse of Horrors, and oh gosh, we really need a ritual suit here off the, or I'm sorry, a calling ritual off the top here. Calling ritual would be great. Binding something here if it doesn't get taxed. I'm sure it's gonna get taxed here. Here comes the elite spellbinder. Or they're just gonna pump their field. Dude, if we had a calling ritual, this would be an absolute blowout. So much mana generated from it. I'll take that. It's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. It's a good body to block with. I'll take it. It'll generate us some value in the time being too. We might want to just play Consuming Blob here and just start spinning out a bunch of blockers as well. Toxrill though, oh man. No, we're going Dollhouse. We're going Dollhouse because we got to get that Toxrill. If we get that Toxrill, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll bind. Let's bind that first. Let's bind that first. Yeah, I don't like taking that damage like that, but it is what it is. We'll be all right. All right, this is good. Let's bind the Intrepid Adversary first, and then that way next turn we play the Dollhouse, we can get the Toxrill back immediately. Immediately. All right. Oh, I can only play 1 spell per turn now. It's casting a spell though, right? So exile a card from here. Create a copy. Okay, so it's not casting a spell. So Dollhouse plus Toxrill will still be fine. Still taking that damage. Pretty bad. It's a 3-drop, so if we draw a Calling Ritual, it's not going to help too much. Non-basic lands I control come in untapped. That's not good. Then we can't play this. Oh, that Archon just put a wrench in our plans, didn't it? That put a big wrench in our plans. Looks like it's gonna have to be the blob. Creates us plenty of bodies to block down low with. We can kill all of these, you know, lower end creatures. It's that Archon that's going to cause us some grief here, though, which we might just steal with our next play here at the Dollhouse of Horrors. We might just steal it. Oh man, what a weird game this is turning out to be, huh? All right, they're just going to give that some additional damage. They boast. That's also fine. Okay, so we block here. You die. You die. You die. I take 3. All right, we play this. This. You're mine. All right, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting very spicy. Very, very spicy. We kill the Wandering Emperor. Oh, this is so good. This is actually so good. And we still got a 1/4 body to block with. If they do kill my Mind Flayer, that could be pretty brutal. But I'd be fine because the Archon would only have, it would have Summoning Sickness, and we'd go back in here and just grab the Ooze and steal it that way. I think I got him, ladies and gentlemen. 1 HP gang is in full effect right now. I think we got him. This is a weird attack, though. This makes me a little nervous. I can't lie. Is this just desperation trying to get through and hope I do something silly? I don't know. If they give some sort of protection like from green, that would be so bad. I'd have to block with the Mind Flayer. What's the play? I don't think there's anything they can do here, to be honest. Ah, that's pretty good. Still fine, though. Still a-okay. Still totally fine. We're down to 1 HP. They got the Archon. We're about to take the Archon again with an Ooze. That's pretty good, though, by the Hopeful Initiate to destroy my token here. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this creates the tokens. So the tokens are what? Artifacts? All right, easy steal here for me with the Ooze. We take you. Yeah, so these are artifact constructs. Interesting. All right, that's an easy attack in here for me, and then we just have to deal with the 1/1, which we could ultimately bounce. Oh, I forgot I was gonna create another Ooze. I should have just attacked in all Oozes there. Totally fine though. Oh, Intrepid Adversary. Not bad, not bad. Too bad it's gonna get bounced here on the end step. Feels bad, man. Please, by all means, use all your mana, because things are about to get really bad for you, my friend. And that's a good game. We should see their head explode. There we go. Oh, baby. What a game. What a game. GG. Dude, that was a 1 HP game the whole way through. You know what's crazy, too, is 1 Calling Ritual obliterates them. If I had that on my hand, that game wouldn't even been close. Nice. We get another 3-land hand with the Wizard Bloom command. What did I say about that? I said You play it every time. Every time. They got the Wandering Emperor as their sleeve. Another mono white maybe? Let's see. No, some Demir colors, huh? Some Demir colors. That Archon is everywhere though right now, man. I played in that tournament and that Archon's in the deck for almost everybody's sideboard. Not being able to play 2 spells is a very big deal. Old Rutstein, start generating me that value, baby. That's pretty big. Esper Planeswalkers, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. All right, we'll pay some life here for this. We'll pay some life for this because we could just plus tap down their Adeline. It gets no value. And we just beat him down. We'll go for the slow beatdown play here, and we can always get back our consuming blob, which is already a 4/5. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a 4/5. Wow. Such good value. Consuming blob is actually busted. All right. Do we tap down Adeline again, or how do we want to do this? Yeah. Adeline tap. And we just say go, and then we have Toxrill starting next turn. I think, right? 3, 6, 7. Yeah, we have Toxrill next turn. Easy peasy. Not bad at all. So we don't really care about the generation of 1/1s that they get from the wedding announcement or the Adeline, because ultimately Toxrill just eats them for lunch. Toxrill will get dealt with pretty badly here though, because of the Rite of Oblivion.
Our eyes are everywhere.
They didn't take the card draw there and attacking with a 1/1. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right, you're not gonna like this next play. You're not gonna like me when I'm angry. Thank you. Thank you for the slugs. Enjoy your 0-3 Adeline. Go ahead and attack in with your Adeline if you feel froggy, because it's just going to generate another 1/1 I can eat up. I'm sure you're going to Rite of Oblivion your own Adeline. That's probably the smarter play. The question becomes though, do they actually attack in here? Because they could get a card draw and a 1/1 out of it, and they are going to Rite of Oblivion my Toxrill, so good chance. They do it first though. Okay, so they're not getting any cards here. They're down to 1 land, so I should be able to get a shot in here to kill Kato. And I could just Tamiyo to Binding and get rid of their wedding announcement too. That could be pretty awesome. This is a really smooth game right here. Like, things are going nice at the moment.
You still have a role in our grand story.
All right, easy attacks here. Nice and simple. Keep it clean. We're probably going to blood token the old Rutstein away here, I think. All right, they take 1 less damage. Binding finds me even more land. We ramp up even further. I definitely think this is a must-do here, because I don't think old Rutstein's going anywhere. I think they've got a lot more serious problems to worry about than old Rutstein, like the Tamiyo. So I'm pretty sure Red Steed will survive here, unless we get swept, of course, like Doomscar or something like that. Curious to see how they handle it. It's got to be a sweeper, I would assume. What's the play here? It is a sweeper. Oh, but they don't kill the Rutstein. Nice. Value is still on the table. And this can kill their Meathook Massacre, so that's also nice. There we go. There we go.
You cannot delay our victory.
Do this and this. All right, and we attack in, and then we just keep generating value, and then hopefully we can get a target for the gelatinous cube. We also have Tamiyo, which is just getting bigger every second. Every second, Tamiyo gets bigger and closer to just getting back something insane from the graveyard. Just an ooze alone would be insane, but we got Coma. We've got all sorts of good stuff in the yard. Another Tamiyo in the yard doesn't feel very good. That is nice. I'm glad I hit that. That's really nice. All right, good chance that their 4-mana play here is going to be the Wandering Emperor, I would imagine. So let's attack in here with my 1/4. I'm cool with this attack because they'd have to minus, which is fine. Get the minus out of the way. Yep. We knew that was coming. Coma is a great answer to a lot of things here. Let's go ahead and spit out. Gosh darn it, do they really have an exile? Okay, I thought they had an exile tool there. All right, so exiling is the only way they can deal with that, and things like village rights. Wait, no, not village rights. What am I saying? Vanishing Verse. Vanishing Verse does not hit it, but they do run the Rite of Oblivion, which does hit Coma, so it does get a bit tricky here. The Hermit, okay. So they definitely don't have Rite of Oblivion. They would have casted it by now. There would have been no hesitation on that for sure.
Remember your training.
All right, interesting. Interesting. Let's go with the ooze, the gelatinous cube here. See you later, Hermit. Deadly Dispute. That's brutal. That's actually pretty brutal. I can't lie. Oh, that's good. That's good. Gelatinous cube gets nothing out of the play. You're tapped.
Such an imperfect form.
You're dead. You take 6. Still hanging on to this. I could just blood token this away, but I think it might be pretty good. It can bounce like pretty much anything. Return artifact, creature, or enchantment or planeswalker to our opponent's hand. So it could be pretty solid. I'm really shocked they didn't save their Wandering Emperor there. That seems like a bad move, if I'm being honest. Huh. Seems like that wasn't really the play, but look at all of these little serpents coming out here, man. What are you gonna do about this? King Cobra is on the field, and you're just letting them reproduce. Reproduce. Another Wandering Emperor. Are you kidding me? All right. Fair enough.
My people must contend with me.
Fair enough.
My judgment is fine.
All right, we'll plus again. Tap you down.
Bow before Phyrexia.
2 of these. Kills the Wandering Emperor again. Leaves me with 1 blocker, and this is where this will come into play. But I don't like bouncing any of these because if you bounce the dogs, they get to draw another card. If you bounce the Geist, then yeah, maybe I don't bounce anything here. Maybe I just block like this. Let Tamiyo take 1 loyalty counter off. I think that's fine. I think that's plenty fine. Ugh. Not the end of the world. We should stop drawing lands here pretty soon and draw an actual threat. Plus, they killed all their own creatures too. Yes, please. Tap you. Untap you. Yeah, we'll end our turn. I still want to hold on to this bounce spell. It could be relevant, man. I just don't know. I just do not know. Deadly Dispute, that's unfortunate. That's a lot of treasure and drawing cards. So they're going to get something pretty good here off the top, I would assume. They get 2 cards deep and unlimited mana. Celestis is fine. Is that it? Oh, you're in trouble if that's it. All right, here's where things get pretty fun for us. Ooh, that's really, really fun. All right, so we go Dollhouse first. We play the land to get our loyalty up so we can -5. Let's get back a gelatinous cube. Let's for 4. We could do this for 4 or for 5. I think I'm gonna pass on this for now. Actually, I'm just gonna hold and wait. Hold the line and wait. This, on the other hand, we do not hold the line for it. We get out of coma. We attack in, spitting out 2 extra creatures. Okay, this is where things are gonna get really out of hand, man. This is where we get a little bit of the shenanigans starts to shine through. Dude, Shenanigans City about to unlock here. They say good game. Hopefully they let us go through with a little bit more of this though. All right. Let's do this. Killing their Meat Hook Massacre and hopefully hitting some bigger things in the yard. Take this. Play this. We'll do this. We'll drop another Consuming Blob onto the field, which is going to spit out even more. We'll do this. We'll minus for 4. Oh my god, I'm so happy they're letting me do this right now. This is a absolute beatdown moment right now. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun playing Magic right now. Oh my gosh. GG! Is that lethal? It sure is. Good freaking game, dude. Let's go. All right, I feel like I should be arrested for that last game. That was overkill. That was overkill. I feel so bad, but at the same time, I'm really happy they let me do my thing, which is awesome. So shout out to whoever that was for letting me just kind of pop off there at the end. All right, kicking things off with another Witherbloom command seems nice. Into a Rutstein. Oh, this is a really good curve out. Yeah, this is money. This is money. The opening hands have been really nice, I can't lie. Gotten pretty lucky with the draws. All right, what is our opponent playing though? That's gonna be the question, right? It's like, that is always the question at hand. What are you playing? Dragons? Green dragons? Like, Calling Ritual might be bad. We'll see. Calling Ritual is just that card that I love it so much, but like, it's the flip of the coin. It's like, heads, best card in my deck. Tails, worst card in my deck. It's kind of what it feels like. Ooh, mono white. This could be the best card in my deck. Nope. Still, really good card though. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Gotta kill that before it gets too big and out of hand. Nice, we do hit a land. We love to see that. Gets us to our old Rutstein. That can get pretty big, guys. It gets 1/1 counter for every time they play a land, so can't have that. We got a Consuming Blob and a Toxrill in the yard already, and Dollhouse in the hand. Both Planeswalkers. This is gonna be a really good game. Before we even try or even go any further than turn 2, I know it's gonna be a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. Yep, they're gonna be ramping up. There's gonna be a lot of landfall nonsense going on here. Old Rutstein doing its thing. It's a land. Gets us a binding guaranteed, but would like to still hit our land drop here. Maybe get a Tamiyo down. I guess it depends on what they play here. Okay. We do get our land. I think the binding's nice here. I do have to kill this, which it does kind of suck because it is going to do some fancy stuff. I could have stole it, but I think we're a little early in the game for that. I'm a little scared that they just kill this and get it right back, which I guess is still probably the right play if I'm being honest. They whiffed. Oh, let's go. They whiffed. All right, so it worked out. Binding actually turned out to be the better play, but we could have never known that. Hindsight being 2020. Yasharn. Oh, I can't sacrifice my treasures anymore. That's annoying. Is it just for your opponent here? Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast or activate abilities. So I can't use my treasures at all. Okay. I have to get rid of this so I can get it back. Yasharn has got to be dealt with. Yasharn has got to be dealt with. Tamiyo. All right, let's go Dollhouse. No attacks. Man, Dollhouse could have gotten it back already, but unfortunately that's not the case this time. I still think we destroy our opponent here. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's pretty apparent. This is still a land, so this doesn't actually hit it, so it's kind of tough. All right, Toxrill, come on down. And I guess I should have played this first. Yeah, I should have played this first. It's fine though.
I am Zendikar's one true guardian.
No attacks.
The land.
All right, let's do that. They're down to a 3/3 Yasharn now, which is helpful. All right, I would assume they have some removal stuff here, but if it's things like Valor and Stance, we actually get around it for being such a small creature on Toxrill now. So that could be interesting. I definitely played this game a lot worse than all the other games, but knowing that I could do better next time is good. All right, they're going to give 1/1 counters to to avoid Toxrill's ability to kill everything so quickly. Which is fine. We have the ooze in the yard. And it's better than yours. Alright, let's do this and pop this. Gosh darn it. We're gonna lose Nissa. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Alright, well, we do get to steal one critter. Nice! We get a binding? I'll take that. I will take that all day long.
Go. Share the story of Phyrexia with your people. You still have a role in our grand
I think that's the play here. If I'm being honest, I think that's the play. And then we go into our yard, get consuming blob here. And no attacks. We kill all their creatures essentially. We get a 4/5 blocker. That feels pretty sweet, man. And now we just gotta get the Yasharn dead, and that way we can start, you know, using these treasure tokens and stuff. All right, they didn't want to see any more, and I don't blame them. Absolute beatdown there. GG's. We're on our way to Mythic, baby. We're on our way to Mythic, and it feels so very good, baby. This is not how I anticipated getting there, but shoot. It is kind of a bummer though, man. You play these decks and record these videos, and then you gotta just move on to the next deck. Would love to keep playing this if I could, but it is what it is. Turn 4, Nissa, and then some creatures. Doesn't feel very good. This, on the other hand, feels very, very good. I'm gonna do it like this. I may regret that ritual being thrown away. We'll see. We will see. Yep. Look, oh, it's blue. Okay. Never mind. The ritual's not a regret. I'm okay with it going away. Yep. Playing some Golgari. I know you're not used to seeing that. I'm not used to seeing Azorius either, though. So Azorius with counter magic should be interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to think here with this thing. Old Rutstein, yes, it resolves. Nice. I was afraid of a Jawari disruption there, but I had to give it a shot. I had to give it a shot. Circle of Confinement. Okay, so you take my old Rutstein, which I can get right back with the binding, and then it also ramps me into my next couple of plays. So I will take that all day. You didn't have Jawari disruption last time, so if you have it this time, that means you got lucky. Okay, cool. Give me back my Rutstein, man. All right, let's see what we hit here. Hopefully, what do we want to see? A creature, right? Tamiyo is not great. Tamiyo is not great. May want to consider the Balagad recoveries in this deck if you guys are playing this deck for sure. Creature. Yes. Not the one we want to see, but it's fine. It'll have to do. All right, let's get another blue source so we can play Tamiyo, no problems. Do we play this now or Tamiyo now? I feel like maybe Tamiyo now because it gets something's getting countered here, right? So it's got to be Nissa then. I should have played Nissa prior to playing that land so I can get more loyalty, but it ended up being Nissa's got to be the best play because of the counter magic that could possibly happen here. They've got so much mana available. Sorry, guys. Oh, my nose just has moments where it just itches like crazy. In fact, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta take care of it.
I will defend the land from all interlopers. You cannot quell the royal.
All right, we beat him down pretty good there on that turn. Took care of my nose, hopefully for at least the next 30 seconds. All right, that's gonna kill Nissa. It's fine. I think I'm gonna throw away the gelatinous cube here. Gelatinous Cube's no good here for now. Plus, it just gives us more things to bring back with our dollhouse. Let's get in for an attack here. Let's see if they use some removal, which is definitely possible. Wandering Emperor is something that comes to mind. Interesting. Nothing, huh? You saw that coming, did you? You saw it coming, huh? All right. Ooh, Consuming Blob. Now that's the card we wanted to see. This is probably the best card for this particular matchup because we have to beat our opponents down. We have to beat them down. You know what I'm saying? Gotta beat them down. All right, so land, we get the treasure. Ooh, this can't be countered. But it can get hit with the Faithful Absence, that's for sure. What do you think? Give it a chance? Let's give it a fighting chance. Let's see. Guess I should have attacked first, huh? It's fine, though. Should have attacked in first. Now they've got more time to think about and deal with it. Coma is quite the answer to a control deck, that's for sure. A Memory Deluge? Oh, that means it survives. GG's. Now we just have to avoid exiling effects, which is going to be your Wandering Emperors and stuff. So maybe we keep it back for attacks, and maybe we just go in with the Serpents. Oh, I forget they untap before I get the they untap before I get the Serpent. Let's go. Okay, no Fateful Absence. We're good to go. We are good to go. Maybe. Nice. That's fine. All right, Consuming Blob all day, every day. Do this. Nice, we get some solid creatures in the yard. We get back a land. No attacks, because like I said, I don't want to walk into a Wandering Emperor here. That could be really bad. So let's just keep spitting out these serpents and these oozes, and there's nothing that our opponent's going to be able to do. I mean, another Doomscar would be bad, but I have a Dollhouse of Horrors. So we can kind of just keep repeating this cycle over and over again. There's not going to be much they can do. A little bit of rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Interesting. All right, here comes the onslaught. I hope you're ready. Let's do this and actually go get the gelatinous cube and take the 1/1 away. Dollhouse of Horrors. What are you gonna do? You got a counter spell for this? That's fine. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could play another Consuming Blob, but I would just get blown up, and I don't want that to happen. So let's just let this go and attack him. They got something. Or not. Or not. Don't want to use the Mind Flayer here because I feel like there's probably going to be better targets later. Like a Leer possibly, or a Kraken, like something like that. Let's just keep attacking with the tokens. I'm not trying to get hit. Not trying to get hit with the Wandering Emperor like a bozo. It's helpful to remember that there's Wandering Emperors in their deck because of things like this. I could have just killed this serpent and tapped that down too, but then yeah, I guess that should have been a play, huh? Could have got more damage in. Could have got a lot more damage in. This board looks so good right now, man. This looks so good. That's such desperation too, what they just did. I'm sure Lear's coming down, but I'm telling you, Lear's a mistake because I could just do this and get back a Mind Flare, and then I got all of my spells from my graveyard back to life. Oh, there's the scoop. I thought maybe if they did have a Kraken too, I could swing in, they flash into Kraken, and then on my last main phase, hit the dollhouse and seal it. That'd be pretty brutal too. But all right, that was a beatdown and a beatdown and a half, man. Let's go ahead and break this thing down. And that is going to conclude the gameplay footage portion of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I mean, it was a banger for me, so I hope you guys got the same kind of value I did out of this. But speaking of value, if you found any in today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'd really appreciate it. But we are going to break this thing down now and talk about it a little bit further. But before I do that, I just want to say, as always, thank you to everyone who's made it this far into the video. It means the world to me. It does really well for YouTube algorithm to see people stay this long, and it pumps my video out to more people. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. And let's talk about it. So I do think that this deck is fire, but there's one huge problem I have with it, right? It's the curve. So as you can see from just visually, it keeps our cards in order based on their CMC cost. This right here is where we see a big jump, turn 4. So we have 8 cards here that we could potentially draw in the opening hand to help us get to, let's say, turn 4, turn 5, and so on. That's not very good. We really need some more early interaction if we're going to beat things like mono white and this and that and the other thing, you know, runes, whatever. All these things that kill us very quickly. So Culling Ritual didn't see very much play at all, I don't think. But anyways, Culling Ritual can be replaced simply with maybe even some better sweepers, like, let's say, Meat Hook Massacre. Meat Hook Massacre is another great way that you could do things. You know, we've already got a sorcery in the yard to get the consuming blob bigger, so we don't really necessarily need a second one. We can even throw Meat Hook Massacre in the deck, which can be pretty helpful. It's a much better sweeper that can gain us a bit of life in the late game. There are other choices as well. You could always go for like Shadow's Verdict. You know, there's plenty of sweeper choices to choose from here that could be very helpful. If somehow you're a mad lad and can turn this, you know, all this mana and get it not clunky and be snow mana, you can go with Blood on the Snow, but I doubt that's going to be very good. Like I said, it's pretty clunky mana. But as far as Culling Ritual, it didn't get a whole lot of play today. I wish it would have. It could have been pretty sweet. But like I said, the curve is just a little too high. I think we should add in a little bit more interaction, early interaction, maybe some Hero's Downfall. Maybe some Hero's Downfall could be pretty good. It's a 3 mana, you know, kill anything type of a spell. It could get us to where we need to go as well if we don't draw into an old Rutstein. That could help us stay alive. Just some more early interaction would be pretty nice. All of our creatures are pretty high CMC cost, so getting them to the graveyard is pretty important too. So you really can't cut back on any of our milling stuff. I think these 2 cards belong perfectly in the deck. Binding does a really good job of ramping us in, and both of our planeswalkers are kind of like the main thing. So from there on, you kind of have to make your cuts from there or make your adjustments from there. So there's really not a whole lot you could do. I normally have a lot more that I could say about each deck. Like, listen, you can add this, that, or the other thing. I don't think there's too much you can change about this. I think Culling Ritual is really the biggest thing where you can kind of decide whether or not you want to switch that up with a different sort of sweeper. I think the creatures that I chose are perfect for the deck. I don't think there's really much better you can do as far as creatures go. I would like to up the number of creatures because it seemed like hitting creatures with old Rutstein wasn't always, you know, perfect. So maybe adding like one more Mind Flayer, maybe another Gelatinous Cube could be pretty good. Nissa didn't really get a whole lot of really good shine either. I think Nissa could have been a little bit better. Maybe adding in a couple Evolving Wilds or Field of Ruins, so that way we get double triggers with Nissa and we can kind of -5 right away. There's a lot of things you can do, man. Ultimately though, I think the deck performed really, really well. I think I'm really happy with where it's at. I'm personally not going to mess with mine until I start losing with it, and that has yet to happen. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have some good ideas of your own on how to make the deck maybe a little bit better. If you have some spin-off ideas on this, please leave your comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And thanks for watching, guys. Before I hop out of here, as always, huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. Hopefully by the time this video came out, we dropped the pack opening video. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys want to become part of the Marty Mob and become supporters of the channel like these great people here, you can hit the join button down below or the link in the description. But shout out to the Marty Mob as always. Thank you guys for everything you do for me, man. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. And I don't take it for granted. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on the next video on Wednesday. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.